Here we are. That was my jam when I was like 10. All right. So, you're setting up this plan. You're setting up so that this little halfling homestead looks like it. You've people have come here and have taken a camp here. Varric is setting. Barut is casting Gentle Repose on each one of the bodies, so that they can be posed and prepared properly, and around a little campfire. What else do you want to do in this little, in the game you're playing?
We should set up the fake pyre as if we burnt the corpses. Like
would you? There would be firewood. I was gonna say, do you chop up the house? But there's firewood.
I was gonna ask as well. Is there like a wooden? Because you're saying it's a frontier house. I imagine they have like a wooden corral fence around.
They do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say like we could always take that as well.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have enough firewood to burn. Well, actually, do you even burn any of them?
No.
Yeah, you just sort of make it look like you're going
fire.
to. Yeah.
So it looks like we burned some of them.
Yeah.
Do we want to light the pyre?
I think that's the last thing we do. I think we light the pyre and hide.
Do you want a fire and a campfire?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to have the campfire with the bodies set up to look like they're sleeping, with Barut standing watch. Sort of thing. And then do the pyre.
Yeah. Specifically, I'm wondering. So the homestead has the house and then a front area with the fence around it.
A bit of a garden.
The pyre, I think we should set up outside of the fence. Maybe how big is that space in between the like corralled fence and the home itself?
Oh, but there's no space in. But you mean it's around 20 feet?
20 feet. So yeah, we probably want it outside of the corralled fence.
I was imagining you were putting the campfire inside, but if you want to put the pyre outside, I think that's entirely
the pyre outside is probably smarter. It also gives us a little bit more visibility out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to fully light it like it's fully, or do you want to make it kind of look like it's already burnt a bit?
Like it's already burnt a bit.
Already burnt a bit, I think.
Yeah.
So like, once we're fully set up, I would be casting Pass Without a Trace on us two, the sneakies.
And I am going to be making as much noise as is reasonable for someone to watch. Yeah. Basically making sure they know I'm alive. So that it makes it look less conspicuous that the dead people are around.
All the things, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Reading out loud and things.
You two.
Just pop that up there.
First of all, where do you want to hide? You could hide in the house. You could hide in the roof of the house, in the rafters. But it would be harder to look out, of course, if you're in there. Or do you want to sort of hide in, there's a little bit of garden, behind the fence, in the snow? Like, where do you want to hide? You don't have to hide in the same place.
We just have to be within 30 feet of each other. That's the only thing.
Right.
So we both get the benefit.
You don't have to stay within 30 feet.
No, you just have to start within 30 feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'll cast on us, and then in that case,
you can go wherever. You can set up like a real thing here.
Yeah. I would set up like the opposite side to wherever he would. Like I might maybe sit with my cloak over me in a patch of snow, so that I'm looking at the fire with a little tiny bit of a thing.
Okay. Outside the fence.
Yeah. I'd say I'd want to be. Yeah.
I gotcha. Where does Mr. Tobias want to go?
I would like to do something very similar, so I can basically jump up out of the snow.
Blarg, it's me.
And then attack him with my
You're just
sword.
on opposite sides. Okay.
Yeah.
So that in mind, there's a couple of trees on one side. Which one of you wants the trees?
I guess I'll take the trees so I can hide behind stuff.
You also have better acrobatics. You could always jump up or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay, so with this all set
Big
up,
Goliath might have trouble climbing trees, so...
both of you give me stealth rolls. And Barut, Give me a deception roll.
I mean,
You're trying to act casual, huh?
25.
I'll actually give you advantage because the whole scene.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
So you have a chance to do something good here.
Yeah. Oh! Thank you for that advantage, sir.
You know what? Sometimes I am a kind god.
Yeah. Yep.
So, you set up this whole scene. You guys get under the snow with your winter gear. Luckily, it's the summer. Otherwise, this would be really unpleasant. It's still unpleasant, but your winter gear keeps most of you fine. And you know, you're Tobias hidden a fountain recently, so I can't really judge.
This is just his MO. This is just what he does.
He's gonna hide in all the weird places.
Oh shoot! Something I actually wanted to mention as well before we get into this is just in a few spots around while you guys are kind of like building the fire. I'm gonna ritual cast alarm as a silent alarm, just so
Perfect
choice.
And if I know where you are, I can make sure I can see you. So you might be able to sort of signal a direction, and I can minor illusion the fire to do the thing where it points the direction to Brute.
That's an
it's
amazing
dark.
idea.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't like. Oh, that's right. I should
But
be
to
able to
fire,
see
definitely. To Brute, yes. But
Yeah.
to Tobias,
You could
probably a little
Well,
bit.
he has dark vision. For
Yeah.
120 feet.
Varric
right?
is fine.
Yeah.
I thought you
What
were
I mean
going to
is, like-
try and see if you could find Tobias. Tobias is on the other side of the building. But
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's
I
more
didn't
like,
realize-
could Tobias just throw out a signal that we could see?
you'll
but-
be able to see soon enough.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But
We
you
will see
don't
what
need the
Super
alarms.
cool.
Because all of you see them coming. Because the cart is being pulled by a horse on fire. And it's not a cart, it's a chariot. On the back of the chariot are 3 Goliath. One much larger than the other two. His armor, I mean, none of them really wear armor. I mean, they're Goliaths, right? That's not really their MO. But the first thing you'd notice, because of the horse on fire, you can actually see the color of their tattoos. All the Goliath you've seen, aside from Barut, would have blue tattoos. But the color of the Goliath tattoos is very important to their culture. These people have tattoos in red and black on their pale white marble skin. The one in charge of them, very clearly in charge, has 2 decapitated horse heads mounted on his shoulders as his armor. And more that he's holding like on top of the chariot as they're going up. And you can hear that they're talking, but as you can see them from so much further away because it's flat and they're on fire. So you can hear clearly, you know, they've taken the bait, you know. This has got their attention. The chariot actually stops a bit before the house, and they all start getting off. The one with the 2 horse heads is clearly in front. The other 2, one of them has a shield that has a torch mounted to it. It has a kind of nice little intricate little design. So this torch is mounted, so he's sort of displaying the light for them. And the other is sort of twisting. Also has a shield and sort of twisting a war pick in his hand anxiously as they eagerly move forward. The lead one actually walks up and kind of points at you with the end of the maul, which is just a brutal weapon of destruction. And just calls out, it's like, "You! What do you think you're doing here?"
What language is he speaking?
Very much common, actually.
Common. Okay. All right. Hello. Camping for the night?
You stand in the land of Rask, the Land Taker, champion of Vabul, primeval of primevals. You will be conquered.
Do I recognize that name at all?
You can give me a religion check. And I suppose any of you can. He's speaking common.
And while they're coming in, we're able to see them from where we're hidden, right?
They are still lit up by the horse.
Perfect. I would like to do 3 things.
Okay. You're gonna hold your horses.
No, that's just me. I did definitely
No, I know.
It fits.
Barut, do you want to give me a religion first?
I did. It was a 5. I did not get it.
Oh, okay. No, don't recognize it now. You're going to places with light.
I'll research later.
This. Oh shit! I forgot I have my stream set up a little differently. Before you start to go, I want to do 3 things, Mister. You're gonna roll me initiative.
And I am before, because he asked me, like he just said
Yes,
something
exactly.
to me.
If you want to talk to him, feel free.
Yeah. And I just want to respond and say, how'd you get the horse to light on fire?
He just kind of like, his face is just this sort of war mask, very much not amused.
Yeah.
He just kind of growls and will start moving. This is where I hope I cleared the initiative order. I didn't. But luckily, I can keep the real Tobias. All right, now you can roll initiative. One of you jumped the gun a little bit. That's fine.
Oh,
I only hate you.
Oh, the horse has initiative. That's worrying.
The horse is still currently mounted to the chariot, or tied to it.
That's a big old horse.
Yeah,
horses are big. So you got to remember the size of a token is not their size; it's the area they control. And horses kick.
They're also. It's like this horse is also on fire. So
This horse is also on fire. So, Mister, I want to do 3 things. You do not get to do your 3 things because immediately the Land Taker starts moving with his group of people and just starts marching up.
He's not like running up though. He's marching, right?
It's sort of one of the things. It starts as a walk, very large, powerful creature, and starts getting faster, but never gets to a full run. But he gets all the way up to you in his turn, but doesn't respond. Tobias, you know what? I haven't rolled their perception checks yet. Your stealths are 25 and 26 though. So
yeah, mine 25, his 26.
yeah, they do not see you.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on this guy.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, that's happening. And sorry, is this fire that's over here?
Yes,
is
that's the pyre. There's a
Where's the
campfire, which you should be able to see the
Okay.
light from, but maybe I set it up incorrectly. Now, there we go. Let me boom.
Ah, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, so you can pretty
Ah,
much
that's
see
better,
everything because you set it up in such a way that even humans can be involved in this night fight.
That was the point. I love the little corralled fence, by the way. It's beautiful.
I love it. Yeah.
It's a very pretty place, unfortunately.
It is.
It's one of those things where maybe Baru would be like, maybe we could, clean this. place up a
Retire
bit.
one
Yeah,
day,
Retire
you know?
one day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move.
It's close to
over
town.
here. I'm gonna move over here, kind of just sticking along the fence and keeping low, as though to not blow my cover. if
Exactly, yeah.
possible.
Haven't taken an
And-
action. You haven't blown cover.
So yeah, my bonus action is just casting that spell on him, Hunter's Mark. And for my action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark Jr. Also known as Slayer's Prey.
I like
On,
this. You're setting up for like a big hit.
on the large
next
man.
time after he's done something.
And I will then continue to keep crouched low and stay hidden.
Yeah, you don't want to blow your cover yet. Brute.
Not quite.
He's marched all the way up to you.
Yep. I have my shield out because I was watching with my shield and sword out because I was standing guard. So I'm remembering that I have my shield out. This is a mental reminder for me that I have my shield out. But then I'm also going to cast a spell on him. Reach out and touch him, hopefully.
Ooh.
Oh!
I believe I touched him. I believe
you
I've touched him.
do.
Oh.
Why don't you describe this and then roll damage?
So as he's running up to me, instead of looking afraid, I am going to grab his wrist that is holding the maul and just say, I wouldn't do that. And he'll start to feel a severe pain run up his arm.
Holy shit.
Make his arm shake and tremble.
Yeah, literally like the veins of his arm. And Goliath have a thick enough skin, you can't see the veins. Usually, like, you could just see them glowing with the white light was sent into him. And he just, like, he doesn't even make a noise. You just hear his teeth grinding and his jaw stiffen. And he pulls his arm away, literally, like, smoking. And sort of doesn't fall, but you can see him kind of, like, stagger. And very much, like, almost like that much pain at once has put him into a state of a little bit of shock.
Yeah. Good.
As it fucking would. When that happens, and there's very, very sort of like, it's clear that hurt. It's clear as well that that was some kind of holy magic. And these people said that they follow a primeval.
Oh, yeah.
The two other Goliath kind of jump into action at that moment, and they will start sprinting towards you. Well, but they got a way to go. This guy is going to jump the fence.
Yeah, he is. I really.
And you are just and it's literally one of those things where they might be more alarmed than him because, clearly you can already see the power structure in this kind of individual. And you actually know Goliath very well. You know Borvar very well. It's all about these feats. And the fact that he just stopped completely, they are just charging into action to try and... If they can take you down, maybe they're in charge. Like, who knows,
Yeah.
Virik. Down there in the corner.
Oh, boy.
Here's the 20-foot. Oh, I can get 20 foot here. Perfect.
Well, remember, you aren't moving as the crows flies, because I do.
Oh, okay,
Grid
right.
Diagonal doesn't.
So don't...
That works.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That might be still disadvantaged. Let's have a look. Wrong.
It
button.
looks like it's still going to be 20 feet away.
Oh,
But you can get 20 feet on the big guy.
yeah.
Good
So what
place.
you see is I would have been stealthing up with the cloak still on, and then as I get to here, you just see in the same motion of flurry, the cloak comes off as Virik's spinning in the air and launches both the chakrams.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I love it.
Do I
Sweet.
get? You
get advantage because he doesn't know you're there. Yeah, on both of these.
Yeah. Okay. So whoop.
They are both hits.
Okay.
This
And
is what this party is
on.
built for. Is
Yep.
ambushing people who think they're ambushing us.
And then
Honestly, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, I don't
I mean,
actually
both
do.
of them sail into the fucking snow somewhere. But this guy is still, he's like staggered in place. And when you actually like the chakrams throw at him, they hit him full force. But you actually see, now that you're closer, you can tell that some of the war paint on some of the tattoos are war paint. Actually, they sort of hit where some of these lines, they sort of like a flash in them. It bounces off a little bit, but he still sort of flinches. And that actually sparks him into being in control again, but still staggered.
Where do they end up? So I know where to go grab them. If you just ping them, I'll draw little
That's
dots.
true, because that's how it works. I'm thinking
Because I have a lot of movement, so.
they're on the side of the house here. They just, because your chakrams are metal discs, bladed discs. They're just like into the side of the house.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, next up is the champion of Upor, Rask the Land Taker. And he kind of he's still like flexing his hand. You can tell there's just like he's having trouble with it. And he just looks down at you, very much looks down at you.
Yeah, I'm not that tall.
Will, just with a roar, just... And he matches your armor class with his roll, not counting modifiers. So he hits.
Yeah. Now, just clarifying, that is a 17 that he matched, yes?
Match of 17 plus
Yeah.
modifiers.
Plus his mod. Just checking, because I need to check, because I need to remember.
When he swings his maul at you, you see just this sort of it's not fire isn't the right term for what you see. It's similar to fire, but not quite. It's almost like an uncanny representation of fire in the head of the maul. As he swings, it kind of leaves a trail. As he actually swings, he swings into your belly, dealing 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and on top of that, that'll be 7 fire damage. Then he attacks you again.
Yeah, I'm probably just going down.
Fire.
But the second time, like, he hits you in the belly, and it's clear. I mean, none of you fight with blunt weapons, but it's clear he goes to wind you, and then he goes for the head. But you manage to just snap out of being winded enough to put your shield in between you and the maul, and there's just this clang. And it staggers you an awful lot, but not, and because of how injured he is, staggers him as well. Like,
yeah.
so next up is Tobias.
That would be the time.
Sure would. I am going to just kind of keeping low to the ground, as though to not alert him to my presence too early. Step over here and then just like charge up right between these two guys.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Remember to take
sword.
your little stealth symbols away when you're at stealth.
Oh yeah.
You can do that yourself. Yes, you
And
have
then
advantage
there's-
on the guy because he doesn't know you're there.
Attacking him with 2 short swords. So I'm basically just coming low from the ground, just bringing up both swords to try to
Skewer him.
skewer him.
Yeah.
And that first one is 213.
Which is actually 19. Which is nice.
Both of those hit.
Okay, so he's gonna take some damage here.
Yeah.
So first attack is gonna be that.
Sideshow's right. It sounded like Thor's hammer hitting Captain America's shield. That's
And,
literally the noise I imagined in my head.
And I love it.
Second attack does this.
Holy
This.
fuck!
Yeah.
And this.
Look, I'm gonna level with you. I'm not adding that all up, but he had 14 health left. So describe
dead.
your kill.
Okay, I come darting up and just like pull out both my short swords and kind of like look those back and just jam them both right up like under his rib cage and just stare him into the eyes, and I'm like, you need to learn how to track your prey better, and then just disembowel him all over the snow.
Yeah. And he just falls like a sack of rocks. Literally. Next up is Barut.
Who is going to move just slightly over here. But I am actually going to use another spell slot instead and touch myself a little bit here.
You can't do that on twitch.tv.
Well, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm actually casting at 2nd level Cure Wounds on myself. For a super low amount of
a
melee.
shitty spell slot usage.
So that fucking sucks. But that's fine. Yeah. That's me.
Sweet. Okay. And it's the other Goliath.
God, that was such a bad roll.
It was not a good roll.
It was not a good roll.
One is going to attack at Barut because they actually want to attack Barut. I believe this
for
is
once.
the one with the hammer and the shield. And he actually will hit you. But he just has a hammer. And it's actually a sort of a glancing hit where you manage to shield but not just in time. He actually hits you sort of like on the shield hand for 3 damage. And with his second attack, he also hits you. I told you that +2 wouldn't do anything for you.
Nope.
This time, using the pain to his advantage and kind of like laughing, will hit you for 7 damage. The other one
And
is
I am down but stable.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
The other one is going to attack Tobias. And that's going to hit. For 6 damage. And I'm going to use a different dice because that one has rolled the same number 3 times in a row. So I'm going to, just eliminate the cheaty dice. And miss with the second attack against you, Tobias. So you know what?
Okay.
If people who don't believe I'm fair, I'm clearly very fair. Next up is Virik.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so I'm going to.
Made a beautiful sandwich.
We have.
Yeah, yep.
It's a double decker.
Right in the middle.
I'm going to stab this guy right in the back of the neck, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean, you
then
have to get up
I'm
on your
going-
tiptoes.
Oh, yeah, I would be jumping basically.
Oh, yeah. Of course
Jumping
you
at
would.
him, and then I'm going to do this with my last key point. And
no. Oh, no.
Oh!
Both of those hit, but, I mean, you knew that because... yeah. How do you
So
want
I imagine what I do is I land on him trying to stab that in, and then I like do whack to the side of the head, and then jump off.
And then he's just like... into the snow. Nice.
Okay. There we go. That's my turn.
You guys hear an awful lot of a clatter from the chariot back there. Tobias.
Yeah, well.
How's your animal handling?
I guess.
Are we gonna get a new flaming horse?
I hope so.
The first one is a hit, the second one is a miss. So,
5 piercing damage. Okay.
it's one of those things where Goliath are fucking tough. You know, that would be enough to stagger a normal person. He's just like, he hasn't even finished turning around from hurting Brute, and you just like cut his side. It barely goes in because their skin is literally like a layer of rock.
Mhm.
Brute is having a little nap.
Yep.
Oh wait, I was thinking about moving actually.
Feel free to move if you want. He'll get an opportunity attack on you. Let me
Well, I'm gonna
zoom out
stay
the
within
camera a little.
his like.
Hey, I like your thinking.
Mm.
Ah,
Gives
smart.
you a nice little window.
Yeah,
Yes.
the old Sunday twisteroo.
Yeah, it's look. We've all watched Shaun of the Dead, and we just really liked the strategy. That's all.
Having a good time.
What's your armor class, Mr. Tobias?
16.
He misses you by 1. His first attack. Like it's just you dancing around him is enough for him to be like, and hit the air. Now with another one, and not do anything to you. The second time, he actually just sort of like, and he puts his shield in front of him, and he charges you and knocks you back into the fire,
Oh fuck!
dealing that would be 10 fire damage to you. Next up is Virik.
Ed moved a square back.
Nah, it's cinematic. He crit you.
Okay.
I just wanted to be nice and cool and dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ow.
Well, hello there, and I attempt to do the same thing. So I attempt to do the jumping
Jump on his back.
onto the back of his neck
This
again.
guy is feeling a little better. That is a hit though.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna punch him in the side of the head again before I jump off. Oh,
That's a hit.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I jump off.
And you knock him out with a punch by 1 HP. You do get it.
Cool. Yes. And I would be going for a killing blow on this guy. Just
Just punch him in the neck until he dies.
I imagine I like, yeah.
No, I know. I'm just mean.
I mean, I could roleplay it as like when I yank out my sword, that's what kills him, because I did use that to latch onto him.
Mm-hmm.
I cut something as I yank off.
At this point, you know, you're sort of like, you can turn and you can see very much the horse on fire is no longer connected to the chariot, and is sort of stomping its front hooves and dragging the stone and rock, and will actually charge towards you.
I hope you have good animal handling.
Yep.
We need a new steed, my friends. We need a new steed.
And it actually goes through the fence. Not that the fence is shattered, it just sort of phases through the fence, just with a plume of fire behind it. And it actually doesn't immediately go for the attack. It's kind of like looks down on the scene and slows down a bit. But clearly, I mean, you guys have interacted with horses. His horse is not happy. It also, now you're closer up, is very clearly not a normal horse. I mean, it was on fire, right? But when it's closer up, you can see just a twisted, like, the face, like, all the muscles are actually literally twisted and pulsating. It's a very disturbing creature. He's staring down Tobias.
Is this creature a monstrosity?
No.
Okay. That's a good thing. For once.
For once. I'm hoping that means
Because-
he's not going to attack it.
That's exactly what that means. Because if it's not a monstrosity, then maybe it's just a beast that is having a rough day.
I feel like it's probably not, given that it phased through a fence. But
Yeah, probably not. It might be undead. It might be. a
Usually
demon.
beasts
Who
can't
knows?
Actually, some beasts can phase, I suppose.
Like face spiders.
face spiders, that's fair.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, I was like, no, but no.
It is D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
So many things.
We're all waiting.
Okay, I would like to attempt to use my primeval awareness, which is the thing that lets me. I'll just take it. It's a lot. That's what I was.
Oh!
Yeah,
lots.
there it is.
It's like you can identify with an animal and see what its needs and wants are.
You cannot. You cannot
Okay.
attune yourself to this creature.
So it is not.
It is
a
very
beast.
much not of this world.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Are you trying to, like, Chris Pratt right now? Like, oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Stay
try to
down.
Chris Pratt it. I think I have to. Can I roll an animal handling check to try to Chris Pratt the
You can
nightmarish
try.
horse? Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I mean,
And oh no.
Okay. That uses my action, I
Uh-huh.
presume. Okay.
Did your
and
primeval awareness need anything?
Roll for Chris Pratt. Yep.
I will. I guess use my item interaction to take a health potion and just drop it on the ground beside me.
oh, thanks, bud.
In the
Thanks.
snow.
No problem. And then
Oh gosh.
I'm just gonna stay where I guess I might as well use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark onto it, just because. And that's my turn.
Beric.
I'm gonna grab that health potion and feed it to Brute.
You know what? That's an entirely reasonable usage of your turn.
So 1, 2, feed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just can't quite pick up the
Brute,
stuff.
give yourself a 2d4 plus 2. Then, as you're coming to consciousness, this big,
Oh no.
fiery horse, who doesn't care about how bad your health rolls have been today, will attempt to attack Tobias. And just misses. It's one of those things where you're like trying to calm it down, like, oh, hey, whoo, and it sort of stomps and is shaking its head and backs up, and then charges towards you, and you just manage to sort of duck out of the way, not into the fire, but into the snow, and it just charges, sort of like,
Okay.
then turns itself around and just brays, but it makes, it's not the sound a normal horse makes. This is a one messed up horse.
Okay.
Next up is your turn.
I haven't fully given up hope on this lovely creature.
Thanks.
May I
That means a
attack
lot
it
to
yet?
me emotionally.
Yeah, right. May I attempt another animal handling roll to try to calm it down?
Feel free.
Okay. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 20.
Nope.
It was better. It was better.
It's going up! Can't complain.
I think he's got a turn before I can attack it again yet, so he's got another try.
Is that your turn?
I mean, yeah. I guess that's an action. Yeah. So
in this situation, it's definitely an action. You're like trying to really reel this
yeah,
thing
for
in.
sure. Then I guess I'll use my bonus action to also put Slayer's Prey on it, just in case.
All right, Barut. When you come back from a period of, you couldn't see anything. Everything was black. Unconsciousness. That's the phrase.
That's the one. Yeah. Yeah.
You're down in the snow. You smell the fire. You smell blood. You see Tobias like, like trying to calm down the flaming horse. Behind you, you have a little bit of a halfling garden. To the side of you is this house where the wood has been half burned and is weakened in quality. What is it you'd like to do? Horse is not happy.
I am going to stand up first and foremost because, that seems like the responsible choice. Then I'm gonna move over here.
It does not give advantage if you're going to attack.
I was not intending to attack anyways. I was intending on walking over there and then doing a first level cure wounds on myself.
Oh,
you know what?
So
it's good.
It's better. It's the same as your second level one.
Yep. Yes, it is. And I'm gonna just stand there and say, "What are we trying to do with this horse?"
And I'll just be like, he's a beautiful creature. He's just pissed off.
Okay. I mean, if you say so.
Virik.
okay, I'm gonna move here and use my. Yep.
Your
imagine I use my
interaction and
free
your
action
bonus
to grab
action. Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and so I use the free action to grab one, and then
Bonus
the
tab, I grab
bonus
the
action
other.
to grab the other one. Then I'm actually gonna try and come over here and climb up onto the roof here.
Give me an acrobatics.
Yep. Okay.
I like how you just said with reduced integrity for this wood.
Yep.
And the first thing Virik is gonna do is
I'm
climb on
light.
it.
I'm small and light.
You jump up.
Apparently.
Easy enough.
Okay, so
lots of
I want to be up here. I can't actually.
No, because I designed the map in case you wanted to go inside, but I can remove that because you're clearly not intending to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you can be on.
So there we go. And that's my turn. I'm gonna wait. See what happens. You see me sitting there with the chakrams ready, but I'm waiting.
I need more dice.
Oh no.
Oh fuck!
The horse does not care that Tobias is in the way, and stomps through him, dealing 15 bludgeoning damage plus an additional 9 fire damage as he just stomps through you, smashing
Fire
burning.
damage is enough to knock me down.
Are you
And
out
then-
but stable or?
I am out but stable, yes. No, I'm
Wow.
unconscious.
You're
Like,
unconscious and
bleeding.
bleeding.
Yeah. Okay.
Give yourself the
That was
old
like
Boromir.
5 points.
You know what? Okay, I have an idea.
And Barut, you do get an attack of opportunity against this thing if you wanted to.
I am not going to.
Okay. It is then going to smash. No, it's not because it just uses action. It is clearly intending to
About to smash.
smash the house. Yeah, it's like backing up. It's dragging its hooves back. It's getting
Gotcha.
ready to charge. Tobias, give me a death save. It's not good.
Okay, that
Barut.
settles my decision. That's that. I mean, that just. I'm gonna use my second level spell slot and cast Prayer of Healing
Healed
for
both
7
you-
health for
would-
me and Tobias. Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
and luckily that actually puts me at maximum.
Virik is also there, but he has.
Oh,
full
very
health, so
good. But
it's
yeah,
fine.
you're at
full
full
health.
health. Yeah, yeah.
For how long though? We will see.
We shall see. I mean, you're next. You can jump off.
Virik, what
But
do you want to do?
I am actually gonna move as well. Sorry, just
No, go ahead.
over here.
So,
Horsey clearly
so
intending to charge.
are
you.
we killing? Are we killing?
Ah!
From like a bloodied state on the ground, Tobias is like, he's just a little angry. It's fine.
We're killing. We're killing.
Putting out
I'm
fire.
making the executive decision. We're killing him.
Okay, I just want to see something. So that's the wrong. I clicked on the wrong one. I always do that. Good. Okay, I'm actually going to run. Oh, I didn't click on my thing. Run along the edge of the roof here, and throw the chakrams at it.
Please do. You have advantage because height advantage.
Hey, sweet.
Thank you for the advantage.
They hit. Yeah, no, that was definitely a good call on the advantage there.
Yep, and then for catching, I catch both.
Yeah, good job. They
Then I steady myself to get ready to jump off the roof because I know it's coming down.
the chakrams they do exactly as you expected. To sort of spin and slash at the thing as it starts moving. It's even more pissed. Smoke blowing from its nostrils. As it
I'm just like getting ready to jump down because I know it's come through the house. I don't want to be on the ground.
Unfortunately, you used your action. I would have allowed you to use an action to prepare.
I know.
Too late now.
Better than being on the ground still.
Or is it? Actually, it is, because you're only going to take half of the damage as it charges through the house. And actually, it actually charges off the map, so this is the last thing we're going to do on the map. It charges through the house, sort of just literally, it's a giant flaming horse. It just makes this hole in it, and the house doesn't last any time at all. You are going to take a mixture of damage from the fall damage and the fire. The fire deals to you 8 damage. The fall, it's only a small house. It's a tall house for halflings. Small house for you is going to be 2 additional damage. So,
Okay, so 10.
not a whole lot, but you do fall prone, and that's where this whole thing turns into a chase. If you actually do want to chase it, or you just let it continue to run. It looks like it's just going to keep fucking storming off.
I think we need to chase it.
Yeah, that thing is going to cause
wreak
a lot of
havoc.
destruction.
We need to. This is our job. This is actually our job.
This is actually our job.
This is
actually
our
a
job. We need
monster.
to deal with this.
Yeah.
We need to deal with this. Yeah. Yeah.
One thing I would like to do if we're gonna chase it is either if I can still see it at some point, is use my hunter sense to determine weaknesses.
Absolutely. So when you do that, the very obvious thing is immune to fire.
Yeah. Huge surprise there.
Huh? Other than that, it doesn't appear to have any particular weaknesses. What else does it tell you? I know it tells you weaknesses and vulnerabilities and immunities and things.
Oh, I have text face.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a minute. There's a lot of moving gears right now.
Immunity, resistances, vulnerabilities, what they are. If it's got any divination, it doesn't work. Yeah, it's basically just immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities.
Yep, that's what you get. It's immune to fire.
Cool. Don't attack it with fire.
No,
Okay.
thank you.
Actually, we don't need
Very
to tell
helpful.
it 'cause it's so far away. It's one of those things where you take a couple of moments because you can see it storming off the horizon. What do you guys do?
We need to chase it.
Yep.
Let's chase it.
Yep. I'm standing up. I'm actually gonna. You know what? I'm going to pop a health potion.
Cool. Give me athletics checks.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is the thing, and I guess Tobias, like, I'll just tell you this to you guys, which is kind of obvious. We're definitely not gonna be able to outrun it, so we need to outmaneuver it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Even at like my speed, I don't think we're gonna outrun it. Oh, Tobias. Oh,
It's one of those things where Virik, once he takes the potion and heads off, he heads off with a burst of speed. He's fast, and this is actually flat ground. He's pretty fast. The other two of you, just from the beatings that you took, you can't continue to run. You can feel wounds that were sealed by magic opening up again because magic is not that clean in Jarviskjir. Virik is the only one who even still has sight off it. Over even like 15 seconds later, you know. It's one of those things you start running, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna keep running. Oh, Virik, if you want to keep chasing, you can give me another athletics.
Yep. I just noticed that my token has like a poison thing on it. Was that deliberate? Did like it do something to me that I don't know about?
Mm.
On the main map, it had like
No,
a poison.
the main map doesn't matter. You probably did that.
Probably actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another athletics. I'll keep going.
You keep chase. You actually start gaining on the thing because it doesn't go full Kelter the whole time. It starts slowing down. I mean, it starts slowing down after a couple of minutes. But you're actually the kind of person, Virik, who can run for a couple of minutes without major penalty. You notice that it sort of slows down, not fully stopping. I mean, it's a wild horse at this point. Whatever fiendish nature it has, it is acting like a wild horse that's lost its master and it's just sort of doesn't know what to do.
Interesting. I wonder if I can try. Oh wait, do I have? I wonder if I can leave a trail or something.
You have fish.
I do have fish. I do have rations. I have a lot of rations. I mean, I might just start dropping rations as I go. I can get rations elsewhere.
You can give me an animal handling.
Okay. Oh, this will go great.
I think literally if anyone else was able to keep up the animal handling. Never mind! I take it all back! I take it all back! What I was about to say, ignore.
It follows you. It's one of those things you get as close as you feel comfortable getting.
Yeah.
Start dropping little like tearing off a chunk of fish, tearing off some berries, like leaving stuff behind. And it follows. Pretty much anything you put on the ground, it eats. And it's got much sharper teeth than a horse. And it gets to a point where it's far, like you're going carefully, you're like trying to leave food for it. It gets to a point where it is actually eating like at your hand, and it bites your hand like to do so. It doesn't give a fuck. But does follow you quite closely. Virik doesn't know a whole lot about horses though, but it's following you when you're on your go. You guys see the horse before you see Virik, and then you see Virik leading the horse back with food.
I'm going to attempt to sort of pat it and see if it burns my hand.
If you touch one of the air, because it's got, you imagine a horse on fire, like the plume on the back of its head and the tail is on fire. If you touch the sides of it, it's warm to the touch, but it's not on fire or anything.
Okay, now I'll give it a little bit of a pat as we lead it back.
You lead it back.
So, a thing happened. It was hungry. I said, give it a little bit more food. As it's.
I think he likes you, Virik.
Yeah.
Kindred spirits, I guess.
I mean, he's like a weird horse. You're like a weird elf. It's perfect.
Yep. I mean, how many?
At this point, it's just stomping around the homestead. It literally goes up to one of the dead halflings and just bites an arm off.
Okay.
Oh, and it's carnivorous too.
Yeah,
biting through the bones and the clothes. And the wooden stakes are used to prop it up.
What do we do?
Well, I mean, you brought the pet home, so
yeah,
I think
it's better than it running wild. So,
well,
can we try? Can I try and lead it over to the chariot again?
You can try.
Let's take a look. There has to be a barn or something nearby. If you have
it's the house. I mean, the house is big enough to. It's small ceilings. It's not really big enough for the horse.
Gotcha. I'm just saying there might be.
Well, that and it's mostly collapsed now. Anyways,
that's true.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you might be able to find a barn if you keep going, but
what's in the garden here?
You don't recognize it off the top of your head. Oh no, you do. It's pumpkins. They're growing pumpkins.
They're growing pumpkins. Aw. Well, we should grab those so that as whatever state they're in, it seems like this thing will probably eat it. So,
give me another animal handling, Rick. if you want to lead it.
I will try. Nope.
You start leading it, and it doesn't really want anything to do with you. At one point, you're like, come on. You try to offer it a bit of food, and the horse vanishes. Not in one go. It kind of disappears into a plume of fire. Give me perception checks.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like take a second to be like, hang on, and then I'm going to do my natural cast.
So you guys are looking around. It gets really hard to see because Barut goes, because Virik goes, poof, poosh, and everything goes blue. Everything is blue and shiny. You don't see an invisible horse. Just Barut is blinded.
Ow.
Tobias, it's one of those things where you can deal with this kind of shit. And you actually see one of the tattoos on the big lead Goliath, the land taker, disappears off his and it burns away off his skin. It kind of looked like a horse in an abstract way. A Goliath's tattoos are very abstract.
Right. Interesting. I will point that out to Baruit and be like, hey, when you're done being blinded by the light.
And they all vanish. I just do like that. I imagine what I do is I do that whole like, whew, and they all appear like, you know, like Mr. Stark opening up the thing, and then it's, and they all go.
All right, cool. Tony Stark drow.
Is that what it's like to be you without your sunglasses?
Yes.
That is awful. I do not like that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, by the way. I thought it went invisible. It didn't. Did it vanish? Where'd it go?
Oh.
I think it was it's just like a magic horse, I think. Well, I mean, Baru, you're a sparkle flinger. Come look at this. And I'll point to the tattoos on the Goliath and just be like, he had one that was very clearly a depiction of a steed, and it burned away.
Would I know anything about tattoo magic, Ollie?
As this other horse.
You can give me an Arcana check.
A crazy coincidence.
Meanwhile, I'm looting the corpses of the Goliath.
Tattoo magic, you know it exists. On the corpses, there's a maul. Maybe Aelinor might like that. Who knows? Yeah. They have a war pick. They have shields. One of the shields is designed with a sconce in it so that it can have a torch mounted on it, and basically just you still have your shield arm up while you can go around with a torch without any penalties.
I will take that as a. Hold on, I'm going to put that in as torch shield because I don't know what else to call it. But I will take that because I'm the most likely one to use it.
Exactly. Of the other weapons, there's a war hammer, there's a war pick. Then you start going through their chariot. They don't have much. It looks like they're making by like literally just stealing off people, conquesting them. But there are 2 pots of a red paint, which you put together as the war paint they're wearing. It's thick and smells strongly of metal.
We should take that. It's probably worth something.
Or it could be magic paints.
Yeah.
Tobias says, not knowing much about magic.
Virik's on the same page. Like he's like paint tattoo with paint and war paint like deflected the chakrams I threw. Yeah, let's take it. That's what he thinks in his head.
I mean, we should definitely take it. We should definitely the maul. Does it appear to be magical in any way, shape, or form?
Wielded by someone who was using magic, probably magic given to him by the primeval he worshipped.
Well, I'm actually going to sit down because we have a little bit of time, and I'm going to ritual cast Identify on it then.
The maul?
Yeah.
It is a maul.
Okay. Worth checking. It's worth checking. Well, we should still keep that. Aelinor might like it.
Yeah, we could get her. It's like a souvenir.
Yeah.
She'll appreciate it of our time in the halfling massacred homes. You know, actually, maybe we just leave.
We can tell her we fought a man with a fiery horse for it, and just call it at that.
We will appreciate the story, I think.
I will write a detailed account of what actually happened, and then you can decide what we actually tell her. I don't really care. It will be in the history book. If she ever decides to read that, then she will know the full story.
Regardless, it's an excuse to swap tales over drinks, so I am okay with this.
Fair enough. Well, I guess I will carry them all for Eleanor. So that...
As far as these bodies go, just leave it though.
No. We built a pyre. We may as well put them on it.
I mean, yeah, we do have a pyre already.
We've done the hard work. Now we just need to drag the bodies to the pyre, which is going to be also hard work, which I assume that Eric will be sitting down while you and I do.
I feel it's more effective as a warning if we just leave them out.
We really need to be effective as a warning. We've already written coward's work on
that is true.
the house.
Didn't he say he was working for someone?
It was a name that I don't recognize. I'll need to actually research it. I assume it was his god, primeval being. I don't know details. Something I'll have to research.
Yeah, the primeval of primevals. Weren't they a thing we were doing before? Like in the ring and in that other thing?
Yes.
Primordials.
Primordials. A little different.
Primevals.
Well, it works because Derek could also like...
No, I
do,
know.
like-
Yeah. This is only making sure you don't deliberately cross those lines too long.
Yeah. It was
Let's burn
Bale,
bodies.
right? Was the name?
Varbul.
Varbul.
Barbu.
Varbul. Varbul.
Sound evil, don't it?
I
How
actually
do you
combined
spell
both
it?
their names.
You don't know how to spell
I did bar and then the other dude's name. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
but
got
how... I also speak the language, so...
No, you don't. You don't speak this language.
You don't know that.
I think you guys know that.
Do. You don't know how to spell it, though. You don't know what it is.
No, I don't. But the common spelling, what would be my best guess, knowing the language?
VARBOOL.
Thank you.
And with that,
I literally have it as Varbul with SP and a question mark for my notation for spelling in my bio. So
we're gonna take a break.
cool.
Don't go anywhere.